What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And once again, Steven Espinoza reiterates his thoughts on Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's money, income, fight purse, salary, agreement is his business and his business alone. I get it. We all got it when you said it the first time. My only question is, why are you so adamant on reiterating it? You said that the first time. Steven Espinoza's really mouthy these days. You know, I haven't heard this much buzz from Steven Espinoza since Mayweather signed his $300 million contract with Showtime and CBS, right? Then we heard a little buzz about that, and then again, when the Pacquiao fight was, his name was mentioned, but he wasn't, and he hasn't been in the past as mouthy as he is now. It just makes me speculate on why is he this way now? Like, is there something you're trying to prove to us? It's almost like someone that asked you a simple question and you gave them a simple answer, and then you're answering it again with the same answer. Okay, we didn't ask you anything. We just informed our own opinion, and that's done. I guess something about the opinion of naysayers or people that question that, I guess you feel some type of guilt towards that, obviously, because there's no reason for you to say it again. Now, that's something I had to counterpunch, you know. I feel that Deontay Wilder, my problem with that is, why in the hell, guys, do you feel that you have to hide your own damn money? Okay? Why would you have to hide your own money? Now, that's something that makes no sense to me. It's not a big thing or a uncommon thing in America to state what your fight purse is. Showtime is a proud company. It's a good company. It beat out HBO. HBO is no longer representing boxing, okay? And Showtime still remains active. That's something impressive all by itself. So being Showtime's proud to say what the salary is. I think this is a discretion between promoters or advisors, right? And, you know, it's crazy that he would be so silent on his fight purse. But you guys remember when Anthony Joshua was offered the $50 million, I was one of the only ones that asked this question. Well, how much is Deontay getting? Since your side, which is Deontay's team, was willing to give someone else, a competitor, that much money to fight. Isn't that strange? But now, you closed down a multi-million-dollar deal, a lucrative, massive deal, because you didn't know what the other fighter was getting. I find that real strange. Let me counterpunch this, guys. The only reason that Team Wilder wants 50-50 now, because they have failed Deontay his entire career. They failed him as representation of him. They failed this guy. You know, they're just good enough to keep Deontay where he's at, and I guess his 12th professional fight with these guys, which will be the Dominic Brazil fight. They had enough game to keep him where he's at. And all I could say for him is, you know, you poor bastard. And so there has to be some kind of outside reckoning or voice. I wonder what his wife thinks. The moment he walked through the door and said, baby, they offered me $100 million. You know, I wonder what the initial thought in her mind was. Like, what the fuck? Take the money. You can beat this guy, baby. You know? And it's one of those things where I know some other voice. Unless she's just like, okay, well, whatever, I'm just going to roll with you because you're taking care of me, so I don't give a shit. But I'm assuming he has a wife that really gives a shit about him, you know? So, you know, it's that money that Deontay Wilder was offered, that's life-changing money. That's the type of money that he's never seen before, ever. But I understand if Al Heyman wants 50-50 and they know that amount of money is offered, they know that they can get more. That's the whole thing. Because they don't want to cash out on Deontay Wilder with a straight salary. Because after that, it's over and they don't want to take that chance. So they want to maximize the most money as possible. Why? Because the Tyson Fury fight woke their ass up. It made them realize that, oh, Deontay Wilder as a fighter is limited. A lot of fighters reach their limitations. That's okay. So was Triple G. We know exactly what Triple G's made of. We know he's a tough fighter, but there's certain things that he can't do, especially when you raise the competition level. He was knocking out guys left and right until they put him in there with Canelo. They put him in there with Jacobs. At least he did drop Jacobs. He gets that, but when he reached that pinnacle of opposition, what could he do at that point? He had to stand his ground. He had to fight toe-to-toe. So when Deontay, to cross-compare that to Deontay and Fury, Deontay couldn't land that right hand. Thank God he did, because he changed the dynamics of the fight when he did land. He gets full credit for that. However, if it wasn't for that, he didn't show anything else besides heart, because skill was very limited. His team knew that. That's why his team did not want any of the Anthony Joshua smoke, because the Anthony Joshua smoke could be very bad for Deontay, because this is a guy that's very high caliber textbook, and fighting someone like Wilder then you could hurt Wilder back. Wilder could hurt you, but you can get hurt back. Well, that's something that they're not really trying to risk right now, especially with all the buzz with Tyson Fury. That's a safer way. It's a safer route. So I get it at the end of the day, you know. But, you know, it's one of those things, man. You know, they know Wilder had a cap, but they also knew Joshua could upset them. So why would they settle for less? You know, it's a very ballsy move, but it's at the result because guys like Steven Espinoza, Shelly Finkel, Al Heyman, even, they failed him as a fighter. Al Heyman pretty much knows. He advised him, let's face it. He advised what he knew about Deontay, and what he knew about Deontay, they didn't have faith in putting him in there with guys like Vladimir Klitschko. They had no intention. They don't want that fight. That fight can be, it may be a possibility once again if Klitschko comes out of retirement, but they wouldn't want that fight. Maybe now if he got older, because I know that's the thing about edge. Like, look at the Luis Ortiz situation. They didn't want him until he got a lot older. Okay? They didn't want that at all. So that could be a possibility if he fought Vladimir Klitschko. But guys, I'm telling you, with Al Heyman, he has loyalty stamped on these fighters' back. Like, look at Danny Garcia, for example. He said it, hey, if it ain't with Al Heyman, I don't want it. Because you're loyal. You have to be loyal to who treats you good. You know, and he did say something very important. He said, well, With Golden Boy, they took him only so far. With Al Heyman, he went farther and was getting the superstar fights, okay? And for him, he said, I had to get with a black man for a black man to take me to that next level. You know, contrast Oscar de la Hoya, though. But understand, Al Heyman has helped people like Danny Garcia, especially with Floyd Mayweather, okay? He's got him $1 million deals, millions, lucrative, massive amounts of money, okay? But Deontay Wilder is not any of those guys, okay? He hasn't been on that level with those guys. He's just new to this at the end of the day, okay? So everyone can't be like Floyd Mayweather, and Al Heyman can only do so much with what he has available. And what he has available is Deontay Wilder. So Tyson Fury, I think, would be his next stepping stone. I think he will try to avoid the Anthony Joshua fight at all costs, unless it's at 50-50. But what's in Deontay Wilder's pockets, it's right. That is his business. But understand, if you have that philosophy, you have to respect that to the next fighter also. So you have to respect, okay, your contract with Showtime is your business. We get it. But understand, Anthony Joshua's contract with what he's doing is also his business. So remember that the next time you want to sit at the negotiation table and really want to make a fight. But anyway, guys, that's just me wrapping it up. You guys tell me what you think about Espinoza's comments, remarks, reiterations. Please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunched.